students. I just wanted to take 5 minutes of your time today to talk about something very, very important. I know high school can be such a contentious time for your body. I mean, your hormones just start acting like the pancake chef at an IHOP. I mean, it's just nonstop. It's constant. And that can start causing you to feel certain feelings, especially those of the sexual nature. And sometimes they can just take over. So, as your guidance counselor, I felt like, there was just something missing from the conversation. And that's why I came up with my program called 101. And it is 101 different ways to say no, to sex, and 101 different ways to make love without actually doing it. Okay, so let's say someone comes up to you and they asks, "Will you have sex with me?" You could use something I like to call the turn back method, which is proposing a question back to them, which turns the conversation off of that subject and back on to them. So you could say something like, "I'm sorry, but are you crazy? Truly, are you crazy?" And by accentuating the fact that they might be psychotic, you have not only let them know that their question is out of line, but you have turned the conversation back on them, which may also help them realize that they have an early onset sex addiction that can only be treated through long-term therapy. So it's a win-win. Now, let's say that don't sit right with you and you like to do something else. You could maybe propose other options. So let's say someone comes up to you, a boy or a teacher, and they ask, "Will you have sex with me?" You could propose something like, "How about you rub my back instead?" Or, "Let's read books to each other." Or, "Why don't we just kiss?" Or, "How about we send each other a nice letter?" Or, "Why don't we cruise the World Wide Web together?" How about we hold hands under a blanket? Eat at Perkins. Do the hustle. Lie in fresh cut grass together. Wink at each other. Give each other a smile. Start a club. Start a band. Start braiding each other's hair. Share fantasies. Plan a romantic getaway to Niagara Falls together. Or get tested for HIV together. Now let's say that don't work and you could do something I like to call the blame method, which is blaming it on something else that prevents you from having sex. I have a sunburn. I have a rug burn. I have heartburn, and I'm afraid I might throw up on you. Or someone else who prevents you. Coach said not to. My Aunt Teresa might find out. Pastor Dave would be upset. And if the young boy or girl persists by saying, "Will you please have sex with me? I'll give you permission to resort to lying. I don't like sex. It's boring. I'm allergic to sex. Or, you know what? I quit last week. And if all else fails, well, then I guess you're just going to have to be honest with them. No thanks. Sorry. I'm just not attracted to you. I'm not that desperate. I'm saving myself. And if nothing else works, well, then you just turn to them and you say, I'm crazy. I'm crazy and I might kill you if we have sex. And that's how it's done. And by using your voice and speaking up, you can stay sex free. And it works. Trust me. I know from experience. Make chastity bracelets together. Play footsie. Share secrets. Show each other our curves. Take each other's measurements. I'm just trying to eat my apples.